MW3 is worse than we thought. Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Crash, and today we're continuing on with the Modern Warfare 3. I gotta kind of milk it after seeing how well the last video did, but let's get right into this. So, pretty much what we're gonna do is cut it into segments, just like with the other ones. We're gonna go over multiplayer and then zombies, and like the different aspects of each, and like the positives and negatives of each. So I wanted to start with the multiplayer. The multiplayer this time around is pretty interesting. We're going to cut this into segments as well. So let's start with the maps. The maps, well, they're good. Of course, they're going to be good though because they're all old maps. It's kind of hard to make those worse than what they were back then because most of them actually hold up pretty well. Like there's a couple issues with certain maps. Like Estate is a little too big for me, and so is like Wasteland. Those maps are made for like snipers and stuff. I always was not like a huge fan of using snipers, so I always have a bad time when I play those types of maps. But for anyone that actually enjoys the sniper gameplay or long range combat, they're gonna really enjoy it, just like in the old ones. But for me, it's personally kind of like a whatever thing. But I feel like the maps are really uninspired, just because they are all the old ones, so there's not really any type of like I guess new ones that are like inspired by anything. So it's kind of boring, and it looks like they did no time or effort into putting in any other maps aside from the ones from the previous ones. So it's really lazy, honestly. And I get why, because was a quote unquote DLC that was turned into a new normal game. So this is what we got. But let's get right into the gameplay. At least this time around, it seems like with before we even start the match, we can map vote again. Holy shit! This is the biggest innovation ever in COD, and like I don't know how long. It's crazy that we had to wait years for map rotations, like where you can like vote for your map again. It's so fucking crazy. I don't understand why they even took it out, but at least we got it back. But the gameplay this time around is kind of the same. If you're really into like the campy type of vibe from the older games, like in the original MW2, you're gonna enjoy this because it's the same way. Like most people just hide and do nothing the whole time, and that's the only thing that really sucks about no new maps and rotation is that we're kind of screwed over because people already know good spots to sit in and do absolutely nothing, which is hella obnoxious because I like to run around and shoot people. I don't really remember these maps all too much because when I first played them, I was like 12 or 13, so I didn't have as much of like a like I guess connection as much as everyone else as was probably like teenagers at the time. Like I had more like connection with World at War than this, so most of the maps I'm still kind of new to, even though I played them years back. But yeah, it kind of sucks just seeing just how the gameplay is pretty much the same. All the guns are kind of, they actually feel pretty fun to use. Like I haven't had any issues with any of the guns. I actually enjoy the gunplay, but it's hard for a COD game to have bad gunplay. Let's be honest, because usually it's like one of the best features about it is like the gunplay always feels nice, and like all the attachments and stuff are great. So I can't really complain there. But yeah, I did get it really infuriated at points in times. Like I'll give you some examples right now. Get the fuck out of that corner! You're sitting there the whole fucking game, you dork. Oh my god.
Maybe just
You
kill
are.
him, Taj.
I can't kill him. I'm garbage. But so is he. He's sitting on a fucking stairwell. I stunned you. You're laying down on a fucking stairwell. What are you doing? Play the
It's
game.
crazy. See, that's the one which I miss. I miss seeing the fucking stupid ass plays that people do.
Oh, but he's sitting in a different room now. I'm gonna blow up. But yeah, this would be really fun if this was new and unique. But sadly, almost everything that comes to multiplayer is kind of the same thing that we've already done years and years in a row. And it's really disappointing to see because all the maps are just from older games. And we've already played these thousands of times. This game is just a cash grab for nostalgia bait, pretty much. And it's really fucking annoying because I actually really like the multiplayer because it's actually pretty fun, but at the same time I can't get it out of my head that we've already played this. We like already have went through all of this shit before. we are playing the same maps that we played years back. And it shows how like little Call of Duty has evolved or even tried to like innovate or even get better, because if this is how they get people to come back is just by making us play what I think it's 16 of the old maps as like oh yeah, here we have these maps for you guys to play. And it's just like, oh well, I already played these thousands of times, what's different? The graphics, the guns. But that's pretty much it, and then it's pointing, honestly. And I feel like if you're going to play this, I would just personally just pick up the original MW2, because like I'm pretty sure there's a whole bunch of people still playing it on PC. So if you are a PC player, it's perfectly fine. You'll probably find a whole bunch of people still playing it. I don't know about consoles, but yeah, if you want the feeling of the old ones, I would just go play one of those, or even just watch a nostalgia video or something, because these maps just play the same. They're a little bit more infuriating because all the people that are already playing this are hella sweaty, and I mean like we are like 3 days into this game being out. Actually, not even. It's been 2 days, and it's already filled to the fucking brim with the most sweaty players you've ever seen. And usually it takes like a week or so. People are trying to learn these maps, but there's no reason to learn the maps because the maps are old. So everyone's just camping in the original spots, and that's pretty much all that's happening. And it's gonna be really boring. And I feel like when they add new maps to the game, it's just going to be MW3 nostalgia bait, I bet you. Which really sucks because I really wanted to see some new maps, but if you guys like the old ones, I guess it's good to pick up, but aside from that, there's not really anything that's like drawing you in as much, because it's same thing, just same maps, everything, I guess. But the last thing I really want to talk about with the multiplayer is definitely just the community, because it's a huge staple for the games. Let's give you an example. Here's one big video that everyone has probably seen by now.
Don't you guys fucking learn how to actually play the fucking game and fucking
shoot a gun, dog. Learn how to fucking shoot a gun, you fucking
riot shield. What else you want me to
Oh, riot shield! I'm a pussy that use riot shield!
Oh, I'm a what do you want me to use?
Faggot.
You tell
Look
me
at
what
you,
you
you're
want me
10
to fucking
15.
use.
10 15, you fucking fag.
Tell me what to fucking use, huh? Tell me what to fucking use, huh? Tell me what to fucking use to play the fucking game, and I'll fucking fuck you.
So yeah, when I was younger, those were usually the highlights of like what the matches were like. Like there was always people screaming at each other. I really got a prime example of that when I played a lot of BO2, like Search and Destroy. A lot of people fucking hated me. Mostly in Call of Duty Ghost, I would run around with a fucking riot shield and be the biggest piece of shit in the world. And I used to get in arguments with a lot of clans because fucking clans hated me when I played Search, because I would sit in the corner with a fucking riot shield with a shotgun and C4. I was the biggest fucking pest you would ever find, and I know I was just complaining about camping, but I was like the prime example of the people that no one wants in their fucking lobby. And it's kind of funny seeing all this shit happen, because usually with the groups that play the game, usually there's a lot of entertainment that happens, but I honestly haven't heard anyone talking or anyone even trying to have like a discussion or argument, anything. It's kind of dead, and it's kind of disappointing to see. I know this isn't really like a huge thing like in reviews, but I kind of wanted to go over it, just seeing like how far the community has come, and it kind of sucks that see that there's no one really talking anymore, I guess. But let's get right into the zombies. The zombies is a mode. I honestly don't really know what to say about this mode. It's actually pretty fucking bad. It's just, I don't know what they were going for. It looks like it's just a Warzone zombies mixture, and it's really bad. I honestly don't like it. There's not really much that pulls me in, and plus it's not wave based anymore. You get 40 minutes to run around, kill zombies, and then you have to extract, and it's just I don't want to do that. And plus now they have these weird things where you can set your class setups, and what is it? So after you extract, you get to keep whatever you bring home. And pretty much what you do with the stuff that you extract, you can use them in the next match, which is really weird. There's armor that you can collect, backpacks for more inventory space. You can get pack-a-punch weapons and then extract and then bring them back in the next mission. It's actually really weird. It could be kind of fun if it was a side mode, if they had normal zombies and then this, but they only have this, and it kind of just sucks. I honestly don't really like it. There's not really much pulling me in. There's, I guess, the same weapons that we've seen, and it kind of sucks because usually when it comes to zombies, usually that's the time when you see like these random weapons that just look so bizarre and you wouldn't see them that much. But there's not really anything that's like inspiring, you know, like they have all the generic ones that we've seen before. So I'm not really a huge fan of it. The pack-a-punching is whatever. It's just, like the skins on it look pretty nice, but like it doesn't really do anything. They have like different difficulty areas that you can go to, and the zombies will be harder there. But is it worth doing? Not really. It's not even worth playing, honestly. It's good for XP, I will say, but aside from that, there wasn't really anything that was too exciting about the mode. Like, the perks are kind of odd. You grab those from fucking doing, like, quests in the Warzone. And plus, for some reason, there's other people that are on the Warzone. And I don't think there's a way of playing it solo, which kind of sucks because I usually play these types of modes by myself. I'm not a huge fan of playing with someone on zombies, mostly when it's randoms. But there's another thing that happens, like when you're running around the map, you can actually find downed enemies, or well, not enemies, but you know, downed other players that actually are in the war zone as well. You can revive them and add them to your squad if you want to. Why? I don't know. They just have all these like odd things that they just want to throw in now, which is fine if it was good, but there's not really anything that's like exciting about it. They didn't really innovate on anything aside from making it a war zone. But it was better. To be honest, it was just done better in Cold War, and Cold War didn't even really do it that well. But aside from like all of those, there's one other big problem with the mode. It's for some reason there's people running around like grunts and stuff with machine guns that just shoot you, and they really ruin it because they just do so much damage. And you're supposed to be dealing with zombies. It's called zombies for a reason. It's not called fucking point and shoot adventure game with zombies in it or whatever the hell they would call it. But like I don't know, I was just expecting zombies, and then they have these random grunts running around shooting you as well. It makes the mode actually pretty obnoxious because you know you only want to deal with the one group, but then they're like, no, both are gonna deal with you. And there's not really any zombies anywhere unless you're doing a quest, so it's kind of you're just running around a empty map until you get another quest and move on to the next thing. So with this mode, it's kind of like a skip out. I wouldn't play it if you had like the chance to like decide if you wanted to or not. It's pretty annoying, like they have like the class setups and stuff, and I don't want to set up a class for zombies. Zombies was fun because you just jumped in and you played. But for some reason they're like, nah, that's too boring. Let's just make it a whole different thing where you make your own class, you get your own armor, you get all this stuff. If you die, you lose it. Like, oh my gosh. And you can extract with it and you can use it in the next match. I don't want to do that. You're making zombies 10 times more complicated. Can we just get like a separate like thing where we have a normal zombie mode and then this? If they would have done that, it wouldn't be that bad, but it's literally just this, and it's not fun. But do the quests redeem this mode? Not really. The zombie quests are really boring. They're literally all just Cold War reskins where you defend a building, you either defend it from zombies or you defend it from people that have machine guns. You escort a bot into these portals, you know, like the same old drag-on boring ass quest that no one wants to play, honestly. I don't know why they think we want to play this. I don't know why zombies is becoming objective mode. If they want to do objective modes, bring back aliens. Aliens was a decent idea, and it could have perfectly worked with that, but it has to be zombies for some reason. But yeah, the quests are really boring. They don't really add much to it. Are they fun? No, not really. They're kind of just there. The Easter egg is probably somewhat decent, but I'm honestly just not interested in doing it. After I played all the Cold War Easter eggs, I'm kind of burnt out on like the whole Easter egg idea because most of them are kind of boring. Like they aren't as exciting as they were in the originals. So I'm not like into the as much as I used to be. But yeah, if you guys like those quests from the originals, you're probably going to like them now, but they're not really that fun. There's not really much pulling you in to be like, damn, I really want to do that quest again, or like any interest of doing it aside from, oh, I can get more armor from this. Why? I don't know, because I want to play this mode. But aside from that, yeah, the quests, just, yeah, I would just skip out on playing the mode altogether. It's really disappointing. So all in all, is the game worth playing? No. Honestly, after my campaign review that I had, I'll have it in the description below. If you haven't seen it, you can check it out there. There's really no redeeming qualities of this game. The multiplayer is fun, yeah, but the issue with that is like it's literally just all old stuff. We didn't get anything new that is like worth like going into unless you like the skins that you can buy, but I'm not a huge fan of buying stuff in a game that I already spent $70 on, so usually I won't buy stuff like that. I don't even buy it in free games either. Like, I'm really stingy with that type of shit. Like, if you want me to pay for the game, I will, but I don't want to buy anything else. But aside from that, I don't really see any other redeeming thing to want to bring you into the multiplayer. The zombies is a worst case scenario of like what not to do with like a mode that has been beloved by everyone in the franchise. They pretty much ruined it by making whatever this is supposed to be. I honestly don't know why they decided to continue to make a zombie game instead of just switching to aliens and doing that again. We've had aliens before. It was cool. It worked well. But they decided to stick with zombies and turn that into objective mode, which is not what anyone wants. It was a wave mode. That's what it was known for. But yeah, they kind of mess with all three. All three just don't feel the same. This For some reason the multiplayer feels like the second one, which is good, but at the same time it's not what like I wanted something new. But I guess we're never gonna really get that because they're a little too lazy to work on something that's actually unique, and instead we get to play the same thing every single year, and the maps are just ones that we've all played before, so there's nothing really there for us to check out. And then, well, I already went over the zombies. The campaign was an utter mess. I don't really know how to even fix that. I think that's a lost cause. But hopefully with the next one, because, we're going to get another one, it's somewhat better. I really don't know how they can fix this at this point in time because there were so many mistakes made with this one. It's going to be really challenging to make, like, any type of return from, like, this, I guess. Like, I feel like it's going to be hard for them to be like, oh, you guys are going to want to come back for this one. But let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. And if you guys have any suggestions for anything else to check out, make sure to leave those down there as well. I'll make sure to check it out as quick as possible. And if you guys enjoyed the content, make sure to leave a like and a sub. And I'll see you guys next time. See ya.